think it's a major issue in Los Angeles especially. I think that the dropout rate is way too big and that there's a lot of things that we could do to prevent it. And I think that when kids drop out of high school, then there's not a lot of options left for them. You know, it's hard to find work, and with that, when it's hard to find work and you become an adult, then you're more likely to turn to things that get you in trouble and end up putting you in jail or worse.
Well, for one reason, I was in and out of being incarcerated, so that always kept me bouncing around and getting into trouble. So that pretty much allowed me just not really care about anything, actually, at that point.
I think it's mostly because of their life circumstances. Although I don't know if that's 100% true. We do see some students who are dropping out because of substance abuse, right? That their addictions are taking priority over anything else in their life. We see some students who are dropping out because they say it's just not important to me, but I don't see a lot of that. I think at most people's heart they believe that a high school diploma is really important and something they value. I've seen, unfortunately, a couple of students drop out because they're really in the depths of depression and they can't pull themselves out of it, so they've kind of given up on themselves.
You know, a lot of times, like I said, kids drop out because they don't feel safe going to school. At a school that's so big, you have a lot of cliques and a lot of groups and a lot of people, and you really are concerned as a young kid how you look, how you fit in, what style you have, if you have pimples, if you don't have pimples, if you're fat, if you're skinny, and if people are going to bully you.
School is just something that wasn't for me for whatever reason, and I never seemed to take advantage of it for whatever reason that was.
When did you stop liking school?
I believe probably in middle school. Once you started developing as a teenager, you know what I mean, you just start thinking other things are cooler than others.
I definitely think that what needs to happen is that the school needs to be engaging. It needs to be a place where kids feel like they can really learn whatever it is that they like to learn, kind of like our school, but also that it's a good, fun place and a safe place, you know?
Well, as a teacher, I try to make close relationships with my students so that I know if anything comes up that might be sending that student on the path towards dropping out, that I would know about it, whether they want me to or not, so that I could intervene and have a conversation with that student and try to talk them out of it, bring some, you know, because a lot of times we make spur-of-the-moment decisions because something bad happened, you know, all of a sudden, and then you just want to give up on everything. But if someone talks to you and you're able to think it through, then people tend to make the right choice.
And so I think that, you know, we need to, in LA, really focus on making schools that are safe places, that every time you go to school and you don't feel afraid to go, that you feel like, oh, I can't wait to go to school because my friends are there, because I like the teachers there, because the adults are there. It's safe. No one's going to get shot. No one's going to get jumped. No one's going to, you know, feel bad in any way.
So if a student comes and says, I have to drop out of school because my family needs money and I have to work, what we will try to do is talk to the student, and we'll try to talk to her family and say, is there any way that she can participate in school even on a part-time basis, right? Or what if she can work 2 days a week and come to school 3 days a week? Or, especially for girls, I think it comes up mostly with girls who have already turned 18. Mm-hmm. So the question is, and usually they're pretty close to graduating, so sometimes the question is, can the family hold off and make ends meet for 1 or 2 more semesters so that that student can finish her diploma, because she's going to be able to make more money after she has her diploma than she will if she drops out and gives up on graduating from high school. So it's really,
I mean, my family always told me to stay in school, you know what I mean? School is good, which it is. But like I said, it was always a self-made choice that took me through those bad routes, you know, that I wanted to try the bad you know what I mean, regardless of what the outcome was, you know. So.
Need someone or something?
Well, yeah, no doubt, as every other kid. But just the routes that you choose in life, you know what I mean, can actually make these dreams come about or can easily destroy these dreams. But as long as there's a will, these dreams can always come about, you know what I mean? So I still have dreams to this day at this age that I'm gonna make happen, you know what I mean? So. Well, it's not that it's important. I understand how it is important now because you know what I mean, it makes life much easier. Education makes life much easier, you know what I mean? So it's something I enforce onto my kids now, yeah.
I hope that no student ever gives up because I think that having a high school diploma is a really important part of having options for your future.